And I think that's why I'm very happy to be able to kind of announce, and I hope this can really add value to the UK and especially the London scene. Thank you everyone for being able to have me. Can we also get a big shout out to the Zebu Live team for being able to bring us all here together. It's the 4th edition, so yeah, I'm very excited to be able to talk to you a little bit about what we've been kind of cooking up over the last few years. If you haven't heard about Super Team, it's focused on being able to go into different regions across the world and be able to find that very best talent, give them the resources and skills that they need to then hopefully get employment, whether that be contract, full-time work, or be able to find those very best founders in the world and be able to bring them all together and help them accelerate into the Web3 ecosystem. And a big part of this story is how we're able to create the space to bring everyone all together. So if you saw from the title, there's a big announcement that we want to be able to do as we're opening up what we hope over time will become known in London as a landmark destination where the best talent will be able to all come together. But before I kind of get into that, I also want to kind of address the elephant in the room when we're talking about me from my side, growing the UK and how that compares across the entire world and the other jurisdictions like UAE, Singapore, that are being a lot more friendlier to our blockchain ecosystem. Because what we're finding here in the UK is that the regulation is causing companies not to want to set up here. I don't know how many times that I've gone onto a website or I've gone onto a different DApp and I can't use it from the UK. That's a real problem, and it's causing people to be able to move away, and that negative PR is then forcing what we need is these network effects from the talent. Founders are leaving the UK, and I think it's important that we are aware of this and we figure out ways to be able to start changing it. Because if the UK wins, we all win. Being based here, being able to work with and find the best people that you want to be able to align with is incredibly important, and you need to make sure the quality of the talent there is at the bar that you need to be able to compete on a global stage. And so these network effects are not just important for any industry, but I think they're especially important for the blockchain ecosystem. A good way to, or a narrative that I've been kind of talking about and that came from Solana Foundation about how to look at what blockchains are, is seeing them not as companies. So Solana is not a company. It's more of analogous to a city. And being able to see things in this light switches your kind of perspective. Where a company, they want employees, whereas a city want producers. And cities need economies, not profit and loss. And so the focus on how you're able to create these spaces to bring everyone all together becomes more and more important when we talk about this digital city. We just had Robbie talk about the Metaverse and the digital metaverse that we're going into. This is going to be a part of where we need to still keep rooted in real life, and keep rooted in experiences and relationships like this, because in real life hits different. And I think one of the things that we've learned over the last year of launching out with our super team is that we're seeing this exact thing start to happen, where we want to be able to build a space to bring everyone all together. And we've been doing weekly co-working days as a way to get around this at Somerset House every Friday. I see that there's many of our members in the audience, and so we've been gathering all there. That's been able to grow steadily and be able to move out. We've been doing build stations, so we've had these big experiences. You can see from these top 2 photos there and this one here. They're from the build stations that we've done, where we've created a glimpse of what we want to be able to do in just a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, but that's all. And the weekly one gave us that bit of regularity, but still only once a week. And it's still not a location, a destination that people are aware of and that they become known for. And I think that's why I'm very happy to be able to kind of announce, and I hope this can really add value to the UK and especially the London scene, that we've been working with Metawealth and Super Team and Solana Foundation in order to open up what we hope is a new landmark destination called The Square. It's going to be the heart of the fintech location in the city, and just by Liverpool Street. So The Square is going to be focused all around being able to bring together the very best talent that's here, and what we hope to create a garden for the community to be able to grow. There's a beautiful Marcus Aurelius quote that I always share, that if you spend your time chasing butterflies, they'll fly away. But if you build a beautiful garden, the butterflies will come to you. And I think that's what we're trying to be able to create here. We're trying to be able to signal to the world is that the UK is here to play. And it's not just about blockchain, but it's about the frontier of tech, the emerging technologies. Blockchain is more than just in isolation. It's not just crypto. It's this entire ecosystem, and it's going to be an infrastructure that's going to power the world. But it's alongside the likes of AI, biotech, quantum computing. And so the focus for the Square won't just be blockchain, but it'll be emerging technologies and bringing together the very best talent that is fighting and building at this frontier. You can see here like a little sneak peek of what will be in store. They will have an event space where you'll be able to see everything come together. That's just there, so it's at the base of the principal tower there. So Liverpool Street's just down the road, so perfect for everyone to be able to get to. And it's got prestigious neighbours, so you've got an Amazon HQ just next to it, and obviously it's right down from the business sector. We'll be able to create a space similar to this right now. Some of the refurbishments and building it out so we can be able to create a really cool experience. We'll have about 40 desks, 120 standing, 200 dancing if we want to do some fun events. And there'll be a collaboration unit as well, so there's two main units. This one will be used for a podcast studio, so you can be able to create the content that you need to be able to get out there and tackle the attention economy. There will be meeting rooms, so you can be able to make sure to have those collaborative whiteboard sessions with your team. But it's not just those co-working spaces. This is, as I said, we want to make it a landmark, so you need places that already kind of exist and are there, and if you have that history and rich culture. So we're lucky enough to be able to have Light Bar that's there, and like this beautiful restaurant is going to be then the home place. You'll be able to sit in the co-working space and order from the restaurant. And we want to be able to make that kind of like synergetic environment. The top floor is amazing for big mixers, and we want to be able to open that up to the community, and help give them a space where they can host their events and that they can bring together their community. And we're not going to charge venue fees and things like this to be blockers. We want to just give the best communities the opportunity to create space to bring everyone all together. And then if you have a little bit more chic sort of side, the bar just behind it has a beautiful lounge environment. The roof comes off in the summer to make a beer garden. And so that's going to be an awesome way again to do different types of events and bring everyone all together. The Solana aesthetic can be very much felt through, and we hope that vibe and energy is able to provide the life to the ecosystem. And then my last little thing that I want to be able to say is that that's not all. We're not just opening this space, but we want to open it with you. And so I'm proud to announce we're going to be tokenizing the Square with Metawealth. So everyone in this room can own a piece of what I just talked about. Everyone in this room can be able to have that opportunity to grow and be able to succeed as we're able all to turn this into a space. If you would like to be able to get early access and to be able to get a part of it, here's the beautiful QR code to be able to join us on this adventure. As I said, this isn't just blockchain, this is the frontier of tech. And we hope this is going to be the perfect space that puts London on the map and allows us to be able to compete in this global game. And I thank you all for being able to have me, and I'm looking forward to being able to bring this all together, create the home owned by the community, something that's only possible on Solana.